Russia hasn't invaded anyone.
If we had sent drones into Poland, the Polish people might not even exist.
How does the Chinese dragon bite Russia's two-headed chicken?
Brothers, our lesser brothers, by blood.
And why is Putin scared of Russian occupiers coming home?
Wonderful guys, smart, clever, talented, defending our homeland.
Discover what Russians really think, how they survive, and how they see a world that has cast them out. Don't miss the new program inside the Outcasts. Europe is close to us, so we will go to China. China has introduced a 30-day visa-free regime for Russians with regular passports. The Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs reported. What do Russians think about this visa-free access to China?
A wonderful decision. Absolutely wonderful. This should have been done a long time ago. The more people travel to each other, the easier it will be for us to reach agreements.
Russians fought for the Russian language, and now they will have to learn Chinese, from an empire of words straight to an empire of characters. Europe is closed? No worries, there is China. Wonderful, say Russians. Negotiate what exactly? Knock off goods, loans, or labor camps? Visa-free sounds like a gift, but really it's just a fancy sticker on a big isolation problem.
Big country, great culture. Just one Gugong museum is worth it. Have you been there? I recommend it. Go check it out. Brothers.
Brothers, our lesser brothers, by blood.
Apparently, this isn't a gift for Russians. It's China's VIP pass to settle in Siberia and the Far East. The dragon will swallow the two-headed chicken, digest it thoroughly, and dispose of the rest in the usual dragon way.
I'm looking at places where Mercedes and some other Japanese cars used to be sold. Now it's all Chinese. Zhenlingi, Igaki, Jockey, Cherry. When you pay attention to this, it's a bit unsettling, of course.
Russian car industry. Total shame. Meanwhile, Chinese cars pop up everywhere like mushrooms after rain. Where once you had Mercedes and other premium rides, now it's all Jetlings, Cherries, Jags. The country is driving junk, and some still dream about a great auto industry. China is eating the market alive, and Russians just stare in confusion and mild panic. What a pity. Let's not forget that recently dozens of Russian drones crossed into Polish territory, with 3 confirmed shot down. So what do ordinary Russians think about their country's drones flying over a NATO member?
We're not sending drones into Poland. We don't need to. If they say otherwise, it's just their imagination running wild.
Step 1, we don't need it. Step 2, we are not there. Step 3, oops, drone parts in Poland. Fairy tale logic, Russian edition. A Russian attack on Poland could serve several purposes at once. First, test NATO's red lines. The Kremlin knows well that the West's main weakness is not a lack of weapons or funds, but political will. Second, creating an atmosphere of fear in Central Europe. Third, provoking debate over Europe's own defense capabilities.
We don't attack lightly, but when we do it decisively. If we had sent drones into Poland, the Polish people might not even exist.
This isn't empty talk. If we had sent drones into Poland, the Polish people wouldn't exist. A blatant threat from a terrorist state. The world must take it seriously. Russia pretends to be peaceful while showing it's ready to attack and destroy.
Russia has never attacked anyone. It has always only defended its territories as long as I can remember.
We are not planning to attack NATO countries. And then there are those unknown drones. They don't specify whose they are. And why didn't Ukraine send back those drones that were shot down over Poland?
Imagine the scene. A Ukrainian picks up a downed drone, races across the border into Poland, thinking, I will just drop this here and blame all of Russia. It's straight out of comedy, only not funny for those who actually understand what's really happening. And the Russians say, we're not planning to attack. Sure, heard that before. In 2008, they weren't planning on Georgia, then tanks rolled into Tkhin Valley. In 2014, weren't planning on Ukraine, and Crimea was taken. In Syria, also weren't planning, and Aleppo was bombed. Same old story, while their armored vehicles are already crossing borders. When Moscow says we are not planning, the plan is already in motion. Even Putin is afraid. Russian terrorist Vladimir Putin reportedly views the mass return of Russian soldiers home as a serious risk, Reuters cites 3 Kremlin sources. The dictator fears destabilization in both society and the political system. What do ordinary Russians think about this? Let's hear.
That's not true. Putin isn't that kind of person. He's a systemic thinker, supposedly able to foresee situations in advance.
A systematic genius? He promised Kiev in 3 days. Didn't happen. 3 years later, he's still insisting it was intentional, truly a master planner.
He has nothing to fear from such things. It seems to me he's not doing anything illegal.
It's funny to hear people say he is doing nothing illegal. Just war, repression, child abductions, thousands killed and deported, all according to plan. What a minor detail. And here is what an ordinary Russian citizen has to say about war criminals. Let's listen.
Wonderful guys, smart, clever, talented, defending our homeland. And of course, our enemies are trying to slander them and smear them with dirt.
Wonderful, smart, and talented. Of course, especially talented at invading another country, destroying cities, and then calling it defending the homeland is supposed to mean protecting your own land. Marching into someone else's country and calling it defense, that's not just cynicism, it's delusional self-bragging.
And our army, the best army in the world.
The best army, the one looting washing machines and hiding from drones? Scary to imagine how bad the rest must be.
The most well-prepared.
The most well-prepared, sure, especially at proving that a huge budget doesn't guarantee success.
America keeps dripping on us. They just want our stuff. Oceans on every side, nowhere to go. Meanwhile, we have everything we need.
Russia has it all, sure, if it all includes mobilizations, shattered infrastructure, and living in terror of your own government. Russia is rich in resources, oil, gas, forest, metals, but ordinary people are poor, with no proper toilets, fallen roofs, and crumbling infrastructure. A great nation, yes, for the elite. The rest just survive. As you have seen today, this is who they are. Silly Russians playing serious games they barely understand. This was Inside the Outcasts. Stay tuned for the next episode.